Good morning, boys and girls. Let's review this letter for today. What letter is that? That is the letter D, and Mr. D loves dazzling dance. He loves to dance. So here's an uppercase D for names, and there is a lowercase d for just our regular words. And today we're going to practice writing the D. So the sound the D makes is D, D. It's like you point your finger in the air, make a dot. D for dazzling dance, donuts, dinosaur, doll. So we have our book for the letter D. And the book has the title Detective Dog and the Disappearing Donuts. There's an uppercase D for names like David or Donna or Dan. There's a lowercase d for all our regular words. And in our title, detective begins with the letter D, dog begins with the letter D, disappearing begins with D, and so does donuts. Detective Dog and the Disappearing Donuts. Detective Dog went to Dave's Diner every day for dinner. For dessert, Detective Dog always ordered a donut. Detective Dog loved donuts. One day after dinner, Detective Dog said to Dave, "Today is my birthday. I think I will have 2 donuts for dessert to celebrate." "On the double, Detective," said Dave. "Oh dear," Dave cried. "The donuts have disappeared." "Doggone it," said Detective Dog. "I have some detecting to do." Suddenly, Detective Dog noticed something near the door. Powdered sugar. "If I follow this trail of donut dust, I bet I'll find the thief," she said. Detective Dog followed the trail of donut dust downtown. She followed it past Drake's drugstore and the department store. The trail led right into Debbie's deli. "The donut napper must be in here," said Detective Dog. There's the donut dust. Detective Dog turned the doorknob. She stepped inside the deli. It was completely dark. Suddenly the light flashed on. "Surprise!" yelled Detective Dog's friends. "Hot diggity dog," said the detective. "It's a birthday party." And the sign says, "Happy Birthday, Detective Dog." Dave told Detective Dog that he only pretended the donuts had disappeared. Dave made the trail of donut dust to lead the detective to the party. Detective Dog was delighted with the party. There were dazzling decorations and dandy gifts. And best of all, there were dozens and dozens of delicious donuts. Look at all of them. All right, so at the end of our letter book, we always have pictures, and then they have the question, how many things can you find that begin with the letter D? So that's going to be that D, D sound. You look at the picture and see if you can find some things and see if I name them. I see Detective Dog. Also, she is a dog, so detective begins with a D, so does dog. I see a doll. Dinosaur. Donuts. This is a dime. A dime is worth 10 cents. There's a dime. Oh, there's a dollar. There's door. Dishes. Let's see, that might be all I see. wish you all were here to help me find some more. Let me check the answers in the back. They always have the answers in the back. They found dogs, donuts, dime, dishes, door, doll, dinosaur, and dollar. Oh, we got them all. Great job. Kiss your brain. Good work. All right, here's our cheer for the letter D. D is for dog and donut 2. D is for dolphin in the ocean blue. D is for doll, doctor, and door. D is for duck and dinosaur. Hooray for D, big and small, the most dazzling, delightful letter of all. All right, boys and girls, next we're going to practice writing that letter D. So I've got my paper out. You can watch me, and then you will know what to do when it is your turn. So remember, the first thing we put on our paper is our name. And our name begins with one uppercase letter, the rest are lowercase. I'm going to use a marker so that you can see my writing, but you will use your pencil. All right, so take your pointer finger. For an uppercase D, we start at the top line, we go straight line down, we go back up to the top, and we curve around to the bottom. Straight line down, you'll pick up your pencil, go back to the top, curve around to the bottom. Lowercase d looks completely different. For a lowercase d, you start on the dotted line and you make your circle just like the letter O. So curve around and close it, then bring a straight line down the side. Curve around and close it, straight line down the side. All right, I'm just going to do a couple of these because the directions are the same each time we practice writing our letter. So I'll just show you what you're going to do. We're going to do one whole line of uppercase D's, and you're going to trace the first row. So straight line down, pick up your pencil, go up to the top, curve around to the bottom. Straight line down, go back up to the top, curve it around. You're going to finish that whole row. Then you're going to do a row by yourself. Straight line down, back up to the top, curve it around. You're going to do a whole row of these. All right, next we're going to practice our lowercase d's. Remember to fill up that row. For the lowercase d, go to that dotted line in the middle, and you're going to make your circle. You're going to curve it around and close it. Pick up your pencil and go down the side, top to bottom. Make your little circle and close it. Pick up your pencil, straight down the side. You're going to fill up that whole row of lowercase d's. Then you know it's your turn to write a row. So find that dotted line in the middle. Make your little circle, curve it around and close it. Pick up your pencil, straight line down the side. You are just learning and practicing, so it is fine to make mistakes. Just erase them and try again. After you finish up that row, then we go back to where we do both letters. So we do an uppercase D, lowercase d, all the way across. Then it's your turn. Uppercase D, lowercase d, all the way across. All right, boys and girls, take your time. It will take you longer because you're doing the whole row. I just wanted to give you directions. So take your time working on those D's. Remember, Mr. D loves dazzling dance, so he makes the D sound.